The Eels and the Titans both well placed at a shot at playing in the semi-finals. Both teams, one win and one loss to start off the competition.
All right, stay on side.
Some great matchups to look forward to this afternoon, which we will tell you about. This should be an entertaining contest. And for the first time, Parramatta gracing the fields of their home ground here at CommBank Stadium. Just coming down to earth after a sensational game between the Broncos and the Dragons. And this one should be a beauty as well. That's what I'm looking forward to, Ruan, is seeing Steph Hancock and Jemima Taufa go head-to-head. Two Australian teammates. I'm sure they'll clash a few times throughout the afternoon. Here's a kick from Studden. She was placed under some good pressure there from Tasman Gray, but finds touch. That's a terrific opening set from the Eels.
It's a great start from the Eels, and I agree. I love to see the middle forwards coming together. Ex-teammates, current teammates at representative level. It is always a big clash. I love the way the Eels have started. Very controlled, very physical, moving themselves into position nicely. I think this set of six, though, defensively, this will define what they do for the rest of the game. Because defence, as we know, you can turn that into attack and points will flow off the back of it.
New 5'8" for the Eels this afternoon as well, who replaces Sede Naitokotoko. It is Emily Curtin. That was knocked backwards for the Titans. Oh, good shot there from Tiana Penatani. Here's Steph Hancock. And one of the defenders is Jemima Taufa in there, along with Kennedy Cherrington. Brayley Narty goes to Grace Griffin. She gets a pass away to Zara Canfield. Brittany Brayley Narty to dummy half. Steph Hancock passing before the line. Destiny Brill passing before the line. Adapuna tackled inside Eels territory. A good set of six, this one. Here's Kimmy Brayley Narty, 30 metres away from the Eels line. Chance for a attacking kick here. Tasman Gray putting it up. It was. And not a bad kick either. Into open spaces. Karina Brown has it. Fires back on the inside. It was forward. The pass was forward to Jasmine Peters.
10 by 10, play the ball.
The Titans haven't missed a beat, have they, Salty? They started the way they finished last round. They had a great showing last week, first win of the season for the Titans. And they're playing, they brought the same energy. I love that ball movement, the interchange of passing through the middles and just changing that point of attack.
Arms out and square. Hold.
Not bad conditions on this Sunday afternoon. Currently 23 degrees. Oh, here's a penalty. High shot.
Yeah, when she loses.
Perfect afternoon. The crowd building. Round 3 of NRLW, round 1 of the NRL. And this is well, they tapped it. The Eels. Thought Maddie Studden was about to shoot for touch, but they took the tap. Here's Jemima Taufa. On the halfway line, a good tackle there from Adapuna. Maddie Studden, the centre of CommBank Stadium. Beautiful ball away to Pio. Even better pass. Penatani got options inside to Maddie Studden, and Studden will score. The Eels on fire early.
Well, we loved the way the Eels started the game, and we're going to see this again in close-up here on the Harvey Norman replay. This is Maddie Studden's first ever NRLW try. Thank you, David Middleton. But this ball movement, that pass there from Studden was beautiful. Now, people at home might be wondering why that wasn't a knock-on. It came off her foot, and Tiana Penatani did a great job of batting it back up, and a lovely pass back to the supporting Studden on the inside. What a ripper start by the Eels. This is just following on from the great game we just witnessed.
Yeah, that's outstanding, isn't it? I was about to highlight too the attacking prowess of Tiana Penatani. And Maddie Studden putting her old touch footwork to use there, Roo.
It certainly was. But also that line break by Pio. What a beautiful running line. You know, Maddie can't actually get that unless Pio runs the correct line the way she did. Great work all round by the Eels. What a ripping start. Dean Widders would be very happy with this. Very, very happy.
He certainly will be. I know that he wasn't too disappointed after last week playing in the torrential rain in Wollongong. They're in the fight for the whole contest against the Dragons. They'll enjoy, after being held scoreless last week, to score so early. And here is Maddie Studden. Well, how will she strike the ball this afternoon? Because the goal kicking in the previous game was outstanding. And that's a terrific... Oh, off the crossbar.
Down the break. Here we go.
So 4-0, the Eels lead, and about a millimetre away from being at 6-0. What about this kick? Oh!
Pesky crossbar.
Either way, it's the Eels leading early. Here's Jamie Ann Wright with a touch. We've got Shirley Maulungi starting at hooker this afternoon, the Eels. A different looking lineup to what we've seen in the last couple of weeks. Maulungi goes to Studden. Got Bovetti Welsh wanting to chime in, and she does. How good's this? Now Penatani tries to shrug away from Brown, fires it back on the inside, and Zara Canfield's there for the Titans to clean up. Did well there, Karina Brown. They're looking dangerous, the Eels.
She absolutely did do well, and again, the Eels finding a lot of joy against the right edge defence of the Titans. The reason they're finding all this space, though, is the middle. Minna Hanisi has come up with some big runs through the middle, drawing in those defenders.
Tasman Gray. So coming up after the NRLW, the Eels taking on the Titans from Paradise, live from 3:30 on your home of Rugby League 9's Wide World of Sports, is Kimmy Brayley-Nardi getting a pass away. Now Brittany Brayley-Nardi. Steph Hancock chiming in. Here's Politi. Boy, she's a good runner of the football, but that was good defence in the end. Grace Griffin goes down the short side on the last, puts in a kick for Karina Brown, but Abby Church.
What a take by Abby Church. She had the Titans on her hammer and she just put her body on the line. What a great piece of work by the young winger.
Abby Church getting an opportunity on the wing. This will highlight it beautifully. That's a very good take. Did well to get down low as well, up against one of the most experienced outside backs in NRLW. Karina Brown.
Well, the Titans are backing up a good attacking set with some strong defence here, keeping the Eels in their own 30. It's the last now. This is a great defensive set.
Big kick needed there. That was touched. So they're all onside here, and that's a knock on. So that was good pressure in the end. Hayley J. Maunsell couldn't handle it.
Player down. Where do you want the scrum? Okay, the scrum will be in the middle when we do pass.
And there's a bit of concern here for
Brittany Brayley-Nardi,
Brayley-Nardi, yeah.
Might have just collected the shoulder of Jamie Ann Wright there, accidentally in contact there, and then cops a little bit of a slap in the face from friendly fire. Those ones hurt more, I reckon, Salty. So it appears she's coming off for a head injury assessment, so...
Yeah, she is.
Destiny Brill might have to move into that number 9 role. Georgia Hale will probably come on. She could take over that position too, but...
It is Georgia Hale coming onto the fields. So they lose their skipper here.
All right, heads down, bind properly, lock in.
On the halfway line.
Shirley, in tight, in tight. All right, feed it.
The Parramatta Eels feed the scrum. Here's Studden, Bovetti, Welsh. Bit of room to move here for the Eels fullback. Now Maulungi gets a pass away to Kennedy Cherrington.
Unfortunately, that one just sort of slowed the run of play there. It went behind Kennedy Cherrington. They want to build that momentum back up. Taufa will do it.
Yeah, that's the person you need. Jemima Taufa, the Eels skipper. 16 away from the line. They've already scored first. Maulungi goes here to Bovetti. Welsh ends up with the ball. And is tackled 5 metres away from the line. Now steaming onto it, but forced back in the end. Boy, you can't look away. Shania Power, it was Hanisi with that charge. Now here's Penatani, links up with Church, Abby Church! The bells are chiming for the Eels! What a try! 2 tries in a row for Parramatta and they go further in front.
Well, again, it is this left edge, this dangerous left edge of attack for the Eels. We've seen them come up with a few great positional plays here on the Harvey Norman replay. We're going to watch Abby Church put this down, but it's the work by Tiana Penatani. She came up with a nice little soccer kick for the first try, came up with a nice half volley catch for the second, gets on the outside of a player, draws in the winger and comes up with a beautiful last pass. But again, the lead up from Mina Hanisi through the middle draws that, tightens up that defensive line and then creates that little bit of extra space on the edge, or creates a little bit more space where it's a more difficult defensive decision.
Oh, it's great to see these emerging players in NRLW. Played for St Mary's in the New South Wales Premiership last year, and Abby Church with a try here at CommBank Stadium. The Eels loving playing at home, Roo.
They certainly are. You can see them after this try is scored as well, playing to the crowd, getting the crowd involved and on their side. And I tell you what, Maddie Studden's got another tough kick on her hands here. She's taken it out 20 metres. She's about 1.5 metres in from the sideline. I love that. I love that footage from the corner post, Cam.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Maddie Studden from out wide. Hit the crossbar in her first attempt. From almost this exact same spot. Strikes this one pretty well off the upright this time. No goal.
Try on the break.
So I'm going to ask our statistician a question that I think we already know the answer to. I don't think anyone has ever hit the crossbar at an upright in the first 2 attempts of conversion in the history of the game. Maddie Studden has just done it. The first kick was off the crossbar, and this is the second one off the upright. There we go. I'll tell you what it does do in a serious note, Roo. It keeps the Titans well and truly in the contest.
It does, even though the Eels have been physically getting over the top of them. As again, Bovetti Welsh.
Bovetti Welsh up over the halfway line. They're carving him up. Tries to step away from Politi. Can't. Politi gets there, slows it down. Brown completes the tackle. Quick play the ball, a lightning quick one. Sherrington goes here to the skipper and Jemima Taufa's tackled.
Look at the right edge numbers, Saltsy.
Yeah, they are lined up on that side of the field. Kirk goes short. What a ball. Can they get there? No. Almost getting there. Still play on here for the Eels. They've lost a little bit of momentum here. Joseph A. Daniels, and it all came unstuck in the end. This is exciting stuff.
It is exciting, and everyone will be wondering why I got so excited then, because Jamie Ann Wright is a young woman who has been toiling away for so long to get into the first grade, and to see her have her shot and play the way that I know she's capable of playing. This is a beautiful running line, and it was just the brilliance of Politi with the tackle at the end that stopped her.
What a tackle. Ivania Politi on Jamie Ann Wright. Here's Brown. That's a good run from the winger. Steph Hancock. Down low. Christian Peel making the tackle. Grace Griffin. It's a pass away to Zara Canfield. Nil the Eels in front. Hancock. It's a pass away. Destiny Brill. How good is this teenager? Destiny Brill. Played for Queensland last year in the Women's Origin.
She's talented and powerful.
Now Kimmy Brayley-Nardi puts in a kick for Morn Silbert. Tracking across there was Bo Betty Welsh. They force her back. It's a good chase from the Titans. And may have forced an error here. They have forced an error.
Well, she's clutching her head there.
Yeah, just hold on. She definitely had it in the backed up position. Just hold on.
We'll see if there was a crusher tackle here.
Casey Badger bringing a bit of calm. Yeah, she is in a crusher position, so I think
this
will be a penalty.
Casey,
I like that by Casey.
Off.
Just took a bit of the heat out of the moment. Said, it's all right. We're going to have a look at this. We'll make a decision.
Tasman.
So, being called out
not
here.
Just yet. I'll grab you in another minute.
Jasmine Peters, about to be called out anyway.
Drops her feet out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Tasman Gray in the tackle.
Yeah, she's dropped it like that. Okay.
Brad Fittler in commentary with us this afternoon as well.
Yeah, I think I'll support Rue there. Casey Badger did a great job. Took all the heat out of the moment. Walked into a pretty bad tackle there, actually. I don't see many of them in the women's game, so and the less we see of them, the better.
For a crusher, you've dropped your legs
I'm
out,
sure she'll
so
be
it's
on report and possibly sin bin. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Into the bin as well for Tasman Gray.
The mark will be
10
over
minutes
here.
in the sin bin.
We've still got to wait for this player as well.
It's not what the Titans need. They've been on the back foot for most of this game, and you're right, Brad, that replay just highlights that.
Staying on.
Not a good looking tackle, that one.
All right, everyone's on side. All right.
So the Eels to shoot for touch. They find it. Now the magic of the premiership is that it's real, from the athletes who play it to the fans who love it. It's all the real that makes the NRL Telstra Premiership so unreal. Secure your tickets at nrl.com/tickets. Now the Eels 10 short of halfway. Maddie Studden drifting, passing, links up with her halves partner, and they put it down.
Well, there's nearly too many of them there. Parramatta did a great job of drawing in the outside defence of the Titans, and there was too many girls to choose from.
There's a couple of errors in the last few minutes from the Eels, inviting the Titans back into the contest.
Remember, you're on the clock.
Even though it ended with an error, I like the shape that the Eels threw at them. They had a couple of middle forwards running that hard down line, keeping the middles in position, and then playing out the back with another hard running second rower, just holding up the opposition second rower and creating that overlap. Unfortunately, didn't go to hand, but positive signs for the Eels.
All right, 2 hands, feed it.
Kimmy Brayley-Nardi feeds the scrum. Grace Griffin gets a pass away here to Jasmine Peters, who's tackled 32 metres away from the line. Georgia Hale. Steph Hancock gets a pass away. And Jess Alliston, who's out on the field now for the Titans, playing it 20 metres away. Hale, Kimmy Brayley-Nardi Gets a pass away to Destiny Brill. She beats the first player just about every time. And that is a good run and an equally good tackle from Kennedy Charrington, who got in there. Now it's with Kimmy Brayley-Nardi. Out wide they go, the Gold Coast. Can they get there through Rathstrand-Smith? Loses the ball in the contact as she went towards the line.
Where do you want the scrum? Scrum in the middle. All up, clock is on.
A near thing there for the Gold Coast.
Well, the run from Destiny Brill, they might only have 12 players on the field at the moment, but when she played the ball, she left 2 Parramatta jerseys on the ground, which allowed the overlap over the left-hand side. It was pretty good defence
Start to form together.
by Parramatta
Start to form together.
to stop that try.
You're on the clock.
One of the Titans players
You're on
there,
the clock.
just
Get your heads in. Is it
with the
HIA?
trainer at the moment,
Clock is off. She's doing the test.
doing
there.
a few little
Yeah, she's
tests.
doing
Hope
the
she's
test.
all right because she's been quite strong
We're
this
doing HIA,
afternoon.
so we've got the clock off. Just make sure we get that answer, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Tiana Rathstrand-Smith getting the okay to stay on the field after
All right,
the
heads in.
on-field HIA assessment.
So you win. Heads down. Bind properly, please. Yeah,
Tiana
Head on the
Rathstrand-Smith
outside.
and Destiny Brill,
All right, feed it.
2 very young
Come on,
players
fight.
destined for big futures in the game. Here's Tiana Penatani for the Eels. Maddie Starden goes to dummy half. Bo Betty Welsh, good that she's able to stay out there. Gets a pass away to Pio. Steph Hancock there to make the tackle.
It was great for the Eels that Bo can stay out there. She's been really creating that extra player on this left edge, causing a lot of havoc for the Titans' defence.
Smaima Taufa passing before the line. Emily Curtin, got good hands, got a couple of quick passes away so far. Here's Malungi. Oh, there's an intercept here for the Titans. And now they're away. They can turn defence into attack. But what a tackle!
Guess who?
Smaima Taufa.
All the way. Go. Shirley.
Great tackle. Here's Shania Power now. 29 metres away from the line. Georgia Hale goes to dummy
Oh,
half.
she wasn't looking either. Those ones hurt more.
Here's Karina Brown. Getting it past there from Politi. And
High
Brown
tackle, Tiana.
taken high. Tiana Penatani. Snuck up a little high there on the Titans winger.
Yeah, the footwork of Brown there was just too good for Penatine.
Yep.
Just got a caught on the wrong foot.
So Georgia Hale with the tap. Grace Griffin goes to Destiny Brill. Look at her go.
3 of them,
She's
and she
powerful.
kept going.
That's a teenager, folks. Destiny Brill playing it. Hale, Kimmy Brayley-Nardi, Jess Alliston, back to Steph Hancock. Look at Steph Hancock go, gets over the line and scores for the Titans. The veteran, and doesn't she love it? Try to the Gold Coast.
Just ploughs one into the grandstand. What a beautiful kick by Steph Hancock on the Harvey Norman replay. Just come back through the middle. Dummies, takes 4 over the line. It's been brilliant what the Titans have been able to do. Parramatta trying to bring the ball out of trouble. A couple of times victim of just getting in each other's road. And on her first NRLW try, Steph Hancock salutes with a boot into the crowd.
And I love that little lead-up play where you shift one side, and if the defence just sort of fractures a little bit, you come back against the grain, and that's where the space opens up. And Steph uses that right upright as well as a little bit of an extra way to push off Smaima Taufa, which you've got to use everything in your power to get Smaima Taufa off of you. She is such a strong defender. But look, she crawls out of it and comes up with a great kick. She used to be a 5'8", Freddie. Can kick. She's kick off as well. She's got a big boot.
We can see she nailed that. It was a beautiful tip on coming back to the middle where all the traffic was. Steph Hancock using all her experience, just held back. The timing was perfect. This will make it a 2-point ball game.
Kimmy Brayley-Nardi from right in front, makes no mistake. In the Golden West, the Eels leading by 2 in this NRLW encounter. And you just saw there Brittany Brayley-Nardi about to come back onto the field. So a couple of positive things happening for the Gold Coast. They score a try and they get their skipper back. Passing the HIA. Here's Destiny Brill. Beats the first player again. This time they drive her back.
I think that's the first time she's ever been driven back. She's so strong.
Grace Griffin gets a pass away to Shania Power. Look out, is Georgia Hale. That's a strong run. Don't forget, coming up after NRLW, the Eels taking on the Titans from right here in Paradise. Live from 3:30 on your home of Rugby League 9's Wide World of Sports.
A couple of Parramatta stars, looking pretty relaxed.
They do well to stay in the field of play here, and they do, the Gold Coast. Last play coming up. Tiana Raftran-Smith playing it. Here's Kimmy Brayley-Nardi. Puts it up high. Wants her fullback Politi to come out after. That's a good take there from Pio. And a good chase too from the Titans. What a contest we've got here. Just when it looked like the Eels were going to run away with it. This will help Parramatta coming out of their own end. The Titans have been able to fight back.
Inside the 10 there, the call by Casey Badger. And
Karina Brown nearly stopping that one. That was good work.
She's always onto it, Karina Brown, always. Never stops looking for work. Missed kick there by Maddie Studden. Almost comes off for Karina Brown. I've been really impressed with the Titans. Down a player with 12, scoring that try, converting it for 6 points. All of a sudden, 8-6, the 2 missed conversions start to come into play.
Ellie Johnston on the field for the Eels.
Off the legs, Kimmy! And again here.
It's a good tackle down low on Kelly Signs. And that one went forward. So it'll be called back. The crowd thinks a break has been made in the background.
There's a forward pass back here.
Well, the method's been the same. Each set of 6 for Parramatta coming out of trouble, just leaning towards that right side scrum line, generating a quick play of the ball, and once again their timing, just getting in each other's road a little bit. There's plenty of space out there. Had the numbers. Well, they have the last 3 times they've gone there, but just haven't executed.
Yes, Tana Novidi thought that she was away.
All right, heads down. Heads down. Arm around properly. Arm around properly.
Titans with good field position again here as Kimmy Brayley-Nardi goes here to Grace Griffin, drifting across field. And here's a pass to Karina Brown. Brown going towards the corner and is smashed.
To your line. Here in the middle.
Politi goes to Griffin. Centre of the ground, Hale, Power onto it, back to Griffin. This is good stuff. Destiny Brill, Kimmy Brayley-Nardi, dummies, passing, Raftran-Smith for the corner, they're in! Hayley Jane Monsell on debut for the Titans, grabs a try and the Gold Coast go in front. That was outstanding.
It certainly was, and take your hat off Shania Power, because she took a ball where she could have very easily knocked it on in traffic. We're watching here on the Harvey Norman replay. This is the pass I'm talking about. It was a beautiful one by Georgia Hale. Shania Power managed to keep her hands on it, and then another great team try. Went through a lot of set of hands. Beautiful sleight of hand by Kimmy Brayley-Nardi. She actually created that extra number by dropping the player underneath, and then goes out wide, and it's just lovely draw pass work.
The passing was outstanding. Outstanding. It started on the right-hand touchline and was scored in the left-hand touchline. All the balls are out in front. Perfect timing. Slick. It's hard to defend. When you're moving the ball like that and you send it forward into the middle and you pop the ball back, it just gathers in so many Parramatta defenders. And Kimmy Brayley-Nardi just took her time, just controlled the situation, got the ball. Just a bit of deceiving. The ball goes backwards. Nice shift, and it goes to the ball player. A little decoy on the inside, holds him up, and just creates that space. down the left touchline. Great try.
Well, he would have been working hard on that one, the coach, Jamie Feeney. He'll be happy with that play. He's kicked from the touchline, doesn't have the legs. That's the Titans that lead by 2 here at CommBank Stadium. Great drone shots that we have for you right throughout the afternoon.
All right, stay on side.
Maddie Studden to restart play. 10 minutes left in the first half. I better watch this second bounce here. Well, Grace Griffin was very fortunate that it bounced straight back to her. Georgia Hale playing the ball. Big afternoon for Georgia Hale and her partner, Sam Lasone, who will feature in the NRL game later on today. No doubt he'll be an interested observer here. They've made a mistake here, though, the Gold Coast. Ellie Johnston has it.
Stand up square, Grace. Wait. Wait in the middle. Wait. Go. 0.
Big opportunity here for the Eels. Therese Ayton is on the field too.
And the Titans are back to their full complement as well there.
So a shot of the Titans watching on.
Arms out, Georgia, and square, Tasman. Wait in the middle. Wait,
Therese Ayton.
Go, 2.
Goes here to the skipper, Samaima Taufa. Here's Maddie Studden, Bo Betty Welsh. Did well to drag that one in. Here's Penatani. Almost using Karina Brown as a speed bump there, but Brown slowed her down. Here's Ellie Johnston trying to wind up. Tackled there by Brittany Brayley-Nardi and Shania Power. Good tackle there from Power. Here's Studden. They go down a short side. Bo Betty Welsh. Room to move. Church is in again. Her second try, Abby Church. And the Eels reclaim the lead.
Well, again, I'm really glad to see that the Eels have gone back to the winning formula that they started this half with, exploiting down that left edge. We're going to watch it here on the Harvey Norman replay. It's a beautiful pass out of dummy half to Maddie Studden, who gets nice early ball to Bo Betty Welsh, skips out, draws a player, and then shifts that ball. What a great piece of work by the Eels. They've been under the pump. The Titans, even though they were down on a player, posing a huge amount of pressure there. But Bo Betty Welsh, she has been involved in everything this afternoon.
No.
Alan,
no, I think they're fine.
Coming up to tackle 5.
Penatani's line was fantastic. The one thing you notice here is when Maddie Studden goes to the line, you watch, it's all one motion. Penatani hits the line and Betty
Welsh
takes the
ball on the inside of the lead runner and then takes an advantage. We have a decision.
Oh, come on, anyway. Seriously.
See, watching that real time, I think she catches it on the outside edge of the midline and continues pushing out. Yeah. But I'm not the ref,
okay.
So...
It's going to be a penalty over here, Maddie.
They get that wrong by centimetres.
And it is fast.
But the lesson to the girls is when Maddie Studden goes to the line, it's Penatani and Betty Walsh are crossing at the same time.
5 out.
And that's how you deceive the defence. That's a centimetre off being absolutely perfect.
Yep.
And if false sitting in the bunker, I would award the try.
Sorry, it's over here. Sorry, over here, Brittany.
However, though, that formula, the left-hand formula, works for them. So they need to remember that going into the second half because they've found a lot of joy.
It's that experience, right? I think when they go to that other side, there just seems to be no captain over there that's getting everyone in position, or no one owns the right side of the field. A couple of times they made those errors. They're all sort of getting in each other's road and not quite being sure of who was in control over on their right-hand side.
Tori, was that out on the full?
So there's a bit of confusion here.
Yeah, okay,
she
then it's
tapped
back
it
here.
and then kicked it out on the full?
Yeah, tapped it, then kicked it out on the full.
Yeah.
It's a bit like...
Oh, here we
Andrew
go.
G.
Play the ball where she's kicked it, which is here. Let me
played
move.
against Andrew Jean. He made an error at a crucial stage of the game, doing a 22 tap. But maybe justified. Parra get the ball back, 5 metres out.
Big opportunity now for the Eels. There was confusion everywhere because the siren actually sounded. The on-ground clock blew the siren.
Phantom siren?
And now here's Ellie Johnston. Steaming onto it. Is going to be stopped a metre away from the
You've got a
line.
high and you stay up here in this position. This is the
Take
mark.
the kick, Roo.
Wait,
There's a high tackle.
Would I take the kick?
It's not half time.
No, I think that they've showed that they can actually break the line.
Just
so.
wait.
Oh, no, the call's
Just a
coming
penalty?
through.
Okay.
Take the 2.
2? You want to go 2? We're going for 2.
So they are going to take the 2 here.
It's not a bad play. They haven't been down here for a while, so to come down, it's just the tackle from Elliston just sneaks up around the neck. They haven't been down here a while. To come down, steal some points, puts a bit of pressure on your next set of 6, and if that can end down here, it ends up a smart decision.
Yeah, it's still with 7 minutes in the half, so they've got a few more sets of 6 up their sleeve.
Maddie Studden lining things up from pretty much right in front.
Yeah, it's a gimme.
An easier kick for her. She's had 2 pretty difficult ones.
Yes.
I want to put the mock on her, but it's a gimme.
Mind you, she's hit the crossbar, the left upright. Is she due to hit the right one?
Do not.
Nah, she'll steer this one through. Maddie Studden makes no mistake. Well, this is a really good game of footy. 10 points all. The Eels and the Titans. Parramatta denied by a controversial call from the bunker, but they still came away with 2 points after that error from the Titans after they got that penalty, the Gold Coast. It was all happening during that last few minutes, Roo. We had the siren go early in the ground. Sure some of the players thought that it was half-time. Here's Jemima Taufa.
I thought it was half-time. I was ready to grab my oranges.
Ellie Johnson making a really good impact off the bench. In jersey number 20 for the Eels. Now Betty Welsh. Goes here to Jemima Taufa.
Destiny Brill was down in back.
There's been a strip here. Tasman Gray.
No, because it was 1-on-1, but you were held because she actually had you on the ground.
Okay, there we go. So it's still a Titans ball. Good explanation there from Casey Badger.
I'm saying she was held.
Yeah, Destiny Brill was down in back play during that defensive set, but it's just her boot that she needs to try and put back on. So that's good signs for the Titans.
Grace Griffin, dummied there to Power, then looked to straighten, but the Eels defenders were there. Maddie Studden, Tiana Penatani were in the tackle initially. Brittany Brayley-Nardi going to Shania Power. Here's Georgia Hale. Tackled there by Ellie Johnston. 25 metres away from the line. Under 5 minutes left in the first half. Kimmy Brayley-Nardi goes here to Gray. She'll be fresh after her 10-minute stint in the sin bin. Kimmy Brayley-Nardi. Rafstrand-Smith puts in a little kick, wants it to sit up. And both Betty Welsh, as calm as you like, got a good bounce and look out. Takes a tap. Dummy there to Studden. And makes 14 metres off the 20-metre restart.
Well, that was beautiful work by Beauvete Welsh. Just showed a lot of composure, let that ball bounce over the dead ball line and sprinted back to the 20-metre line to give her team a nice little leg up here. Sarah Nivindi attempting to do the same.
Yeah, she certainly is. Coming in off her wing.
Stand up. Go, 2, John.
Play the ball as well. Here's Teresa Ayton. Finds 8 or 9 metres out of dummy half. Quick play the ball as well. Here's Studden. Kicking into the corner. Karina Brown was up. Here come the chasers. Polidi's got to cover from the other side of the ground. Does well, beats one, beats another. That's good stuff from Ivania Polidi.
Behind the line, Ellie.
Beautiful. She's so good on her feet, Ivania, and she's got such great game knowledge. You wouldn't imagine that she's only new to this game in the last couple of years. She plays it like a veteran.
Oh, go,
Brittany Brayley-Nardi. Here's Jess Elliston throwing dummies and then throws herself into the Eels defenders. Ellie Johnston, one of them. Samaima Taufa as well. Georgia Hale. Too short of the halfway line.
Too slow. You worked her arm
That was
over
late in
and
the
then you
tackle
stay
count
there.
as well. It was tackle 4. And they take a tap here. The skipper is off and running. Brittany Brayley-Nardi. Good tackle from Ellie Johnston over the top.
Oh! Go, one.
Destiny Brill now. Look at her go again.
Therese, Christian, up and square.
Just almost half expected to break free every time. She beats the initial defender every time. Georgia Hale, Kimma Brayley-Nardi. Now, Gray, Rafstrand-Smith. That's good hands out wide from the rookie. Throws it in field. And Kimmy Brayley-Nardi will score a try for the Titans. What a pass from Mornsell.
Scrum.
Forward pass. No, I got excited.
Oh, I did too. I was so excited. Deanna Rafstrand-Smith, hasn't she had some beautiful touches this afternoon? And we saw her came up with a beautiful kick to try and force the possession back to the Titans against the Eels. But another lovely pass over the top, but unfortunately, the last one has been called as forward because Kimmy Nardi was on the spot.
Both clocks are off.
Tell you what.
Unfortunately, it can't be
No, it can't be challenged.
overruled and it can't be challenged.
Oh, look at
Therese
Therese
Ayton.
Ayton.
Oh, she's got a split in her lip, the poor thing. She's come on. She's been really busy since she came on the field for the Eels. We're just watching a replay of that, and I think it was even touched by an Eels hand, that ball, as it was popped back in by Mornsell.
Okay, so forward initially and then going backwards. Hayley J. Mornsell did well to throw it back in before she went into touch.
She did. So Therese Ayton, will she be coming off with a HIA? She might have collected an elbow or a hard point of Destiny Brill there.
Well, it is a free interchange for the Eels as Jade Etherton coming onto the field to replace Theresa Ayton.
All right.
10 points all, under 2 minutes left in the first half.
All right, feed it. Time is on, break.
Studden feeds the scrum. Etherton out the back of the scrum. Goes to Vetty Wells. Tackle there by Rafstrand-Smith and Destiny Brill. Kimmy Brayley-Nardi is there as well, but the other two defenders, two of the teenagers in the Titans lineup.
Stand up and square, wait.
Aiming up in defence here, the Gold Coast. The Eels just outside their own 20 now on tackle 3.
Wait with me, Jessica.
Ellie Johnston playing it.
Sorry, you're good.
Now Maddie Studden goes to Penatani. Georgia Hale hangs on.
Again, the whole line is short.
Inside the 10.
Well, the call from Badger is inside the 10, and Maddie Studden was left lying on the ground after she offloaded that ball. So couldn't quite see what happened in back play, Saltsy, but she's getting a little bit of attention from the trainer here.
She was tackled as soon as she passed it. Flat in the line.
Yeah, I'll tip up. Yeah.
Big opportunity this one for the Eels late in the half. Inside the final minute, there's 40 seconds remaining. Well, Maddie Studden kicked the first field goal in NRLW history in round 1. She looked to slot another one here with 30 seconds left in the half. Curtin sends one of the forwards back towards the centre of the ground. Big backline set to the left here. It's with Studden, Bo Vetty Welsh. They might say forget about the 1, we'll go for the 6. But Penatani is tackled. Vetty Walsh to Studden. Puts a little kick into the corner for Church. It goes into touch. And the Titans will survive, and that will be half-time. What a half we have just witnessed. So many momentum shifts, and at the break, there is nothing splitting these teams. It is the Eels and the Titans all locked up at 10 points all. The Eels making their way out from the dressing room. Tough game, Ruan Sims, to pick, isn't it, going into the second half, because there was a heap of momentum shifts during the first 35 minutes.
There absolutely was, and the Eels started the half with a huge bang. The Titans were down to 12 players for 10 minutes with there, still managed to score a couple of tries, even though they were down one. And then the Eels cross the line, it gets disallowed. We see a penalty goal. There was so much happening in that first half. Couple that with the physicality that we've seen, and the ball movement has been spectacular. So I'm looking forward to this second half, because I feel like there are going to be more thrills and spills to come.
The day looks like it's just getting better.
Doesn't it ever?
The sun's come out. The field will be drying up. It's been an exciting second half.
Well, we know Phil Gould will be watching from Townsville. He'll be saying nothing better than Sunday afternoon footy.
Imagine Gussie up there sweating it out. We had him on the footy show this morning. He had the shorts on and the T-shirt. His legs and that were that white. Had to put the sunnies on. Anyway, here we go. Kick off.
Underway for the second half. What an afternoon it's been so far. Broncos edging past the Dragons in a thriller, and it looks as though this game will go down to the wire as well. Here's Alliston for the Titans. That's a good charge.
Bring it to me, Jade Tomayo, wait.
Whitney Brayley-Nardi going to Kimmy Brayley-Nardi. Here's Tasman Gray. Got an offload as well to Kimmy. Dummy to Rafstrand Smith. Back towards the centre of the ground, and then she's tackled.
Clear, all the way. Wait.
Enterprising play from the Gold Coast in the opening set of the second half. Alliston, inside pass. Gray, her second touch of the set.
Jade, Ellie.
They're inside the Eels 30 with 2 tackles left here. Kimmy Brayley-Nardi goes to Tiana Rafstrand Smith.
Jamie Jemima, last tackle.
One of 4 18-year-olds in the Titans team. Now Gray, little grubber kick, gets to regather. Fires it out the back. It's still play on here. Power. Bumping away from defenders.
To your line. Wait.
Well,
This will be a penalty.
Too long. No, not quick. Not quick, inside 10.
Can't take it quickly. Inside the 10. So there was the 6 again there. And then the penalty. Here's Hale getting a pass away, and Destiny Brill. Well, she beats the first player again and the second. She'll set sail for the line. Destiny Brill. Did she get there? I think she has. The teenager scores, and the Titans hit the front.
What an incredible effort. Destiny Brill just charging her way through the middle. You've spoken about this at length, Saltsy. The first tackle she always beats, but then she beat 4, 5 and 6, as we see here on the Harvey Norman replay. A lovely left foot step, a fend, another fend, and just pushes through and takes 4 Eels to the line with her. That wasn't set up for anything. She just wanted to get there. She wanted to get the Titans off to a good start.
Well, the first half, I only really saw her moving through the middle, bullock away, but she's off the left foot a couple of times, stood up Maddie Studden and dragged a couple over the line. Plenty of strength, power, great footwork. It was great down on the sideline watching all the Titans players with the coach, Justin Holbrook, how excited they were. They had the try disallowed in the corner. And you can tell what it does to a club standing there cheering on the women's side. Makes them a bit accountable.
And also, it's great to watch more than one game of footy when you come here as well. It's just good to see a couple of extra games, get the energy going.
Aren't we treated with some great games so far this afternoon?
So good.
Here's Kimmy Brayley-Nardi. Strikes it, and it's short, no goal. Yes, Eels, Titans in the NRL at the conclusion of this NRLW clash. Maddie Studden restarts play. Here goes Georgia Hale. We're always playing above a weight, Georgia Hale, just straight and hard, can play in the middle, out on an edge, hooker.
Well, she's made that transition from a ball player, a half and a 7, into the middle, and she's done it beautifully. When she plays in that number 9 role, she is very dangerous. Can play at a loose running forward.
Kimmy Brayley-Nardi goes here to Tasman Gray. Here's Jessica Alliston, another one of the Queensland reps. Now Destiny Brill again. Good tackle though. P.O. in there driving.
She's a world-class ball player, Jessica Alliston. Set up the try to Steph Hancock earlier. Nice kick down the right side. Oh, just too big.
Goes into touch.
But great control. She brought the ball back through the middle for Hancock's try, and this time just tips it on. And always busy through the middle. One of the big things in the men's game these days is that distributor through the middle, takes some pressure off the halves. She does that job well.
Kimmy Brayley-Nardi with a good tackle. And just on Jess Alliston, just Brad, you talking about the skills that she has. Coaches have said that she's just been like a sponge. Very raw talent when she first came into the game, but has been looking to improve all the time. And Kelvin Wright enjoyed coaching her at the Broncos, and now Jamie Feeney likewise at the Titans.
Well, speaking of Joey, part of his job at Newcastle is coaching the women's team at different stages. And you can just see him light up when he talks about when he coaches the women's teams, how much they listen and take in and want to learn.
Terrific interchange of passing there, and Church was tackled. Oh, there's a hospital pass.
Yeah, we could see that from here. And offload.
Oh, good offload, though. Bovetti Welsh goes to Maddie Studden. Puts in a kick over the top. Wants Abby Church to run onto it. And Tiana Penitani. But Politi is there for the Titans. And now she looks to accelerate, looking for some holes in the Eels' defence. But it's not there.
Yeah, they had a tackle up their sleeve. I'm sure if they had their time again, they would have taken the tackle. And not many chasers recognised that the kick was on.
Karina Brown going for a run, and it's a good one as well. Into Eels territory go the Titans. Brittany Brayley-Nardi. Here's Tiana Raffstrand-Smith, another one of the teenagers at the Titans. Gets a pass to Alliston, who's tackled there. Joseph A. Daniels. Kimmy Brayley-Nardi. Tasman Gray. Here's Mornsell, no room. Goes into touch.
That was cruel. That was cruel.
The poor winger was tiptoeing down that sideline. I think if Tassie had a time again, she'd probably try and turn her underneath, because she ran her out of a little bit of space here. The space was back on the inside there. She just got run out. But the Titans on the push early. They came out at half-time full of beans, so Jamie Feeney obviously has got his troops up, ready for the job.
Well, we talk about the youngsters here in the Titans lineup, but they do have 5 NRL premiership winners. It's 5 ex-Broncos here in their team as Studden looks to take off.
It was Bette Welsh
Bette
there.
Welsh,
Salty.
yeah, it was
She's
too.
Been so dangerous all afternoon.
Here's Ellie Johnston. Yeah, she's bobbing up everywhere. The Eels fullback, Bovetti Welsh. New halves combination for the Eels this afternoon. Emily Curtin and Maddie Studden. Bovetti Welsh with 111 metres leading the way. What about that Destiny Brill, 96 metres, as we see an error here.
That was a strong tackle on Maddie Studden.
In the middle? Sorry, I couldn't find you.
She's thinking about a captain's challenge. There's hands everywhere all over the ball.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh. No. Destiny Brill had her hands on it, but I
poor ball control.
Don't think she would have got that overturned.
All right. Heads down, in properly, Bo. In properly, Brittany.
Scrum feed right in the centre of the ground. The sun shining. And here at Combank Stadium, here's Kimmy Brayley-Nardi. Goes to Politi, fires a goal. I was about to say, really good pass to Mornsell, who couldn't handle. Tried to put a play on and straight off the scrum, the Titans, but they make an error.
Well, obviously a set play. I just think the winger had to give herself a little bit more room. The length of the pass, she just needed a little bit more space. And she would have ran onto that beautifully. She had plenty of meterage down the left side touchline.
I think you're right, Freddie. If she'd held her width, it would have landed right on her chest. With Politi, she can throw absolute bombs.
Jessica, Brittany, up! Georgia, all the way. Wait here on my left.
There's Therese Ayton, who's good to see that she's able to come back out, passing her HIA. Now Samaima Taufa, strong charge from the skipper. Can the Eels hit back?
Hold Brittany, wait!
Ayton goes to dummy half. Curtin. Now Ellie Johnson with a dummy back towards the centre of the ground. Driving run. Alliston, one of the defenders there for the Titans. Now Ayton. That eludes Maddie Studden, goes to Bo Vetty Welsh. Gets away from one. Here she goes. The fullback gets a pass away.
That's a penalty.
No penalty coming. Play on, it's the last. Studden with a kick in the in-goal area. Kimmy Brayley-Nardi just says safety first. That's a dead. Dropout coming. Repeat set for the Eels.
I'd like to see a replay of that, Freddie. Here we see Bo Vetty Welsh take off, shrugs off a couple of defenders, pushes through, and then comes up with a lovely last pass. It could have been simultaneous. We need to see the top view for that one, but Maddie
You're too nice. You're too nice, Roo. That's a penalty. Karina Brown knew she had to tackle Penitani. Knew it was going to be a try if she didn't.
So Therese Ayton has been directed to go back to the sideline to get that cut looked at because it must have opened up again. Gives the Titans a little bit more breathing time and space here as they get ready for their goal line dropout. But it was a lovely kick by Studden, wasn't it, Freddie?
Yeah, it was. Well, they had to recover. They made the beautiful break down the left-hand side. And if that's all for nothing and they're defending the Titans coming out of trouble, then it becomes a real waste. But she showed her class. It was the halfback of the Titans that actually foiled it. But that left side attack from Parramatta is definitely the go-to side.
Shirley Maulungi coming back onto the field for the Eels. Trailing by 4, the home side. Kennedy Cherrington. Solid defence on Cherrington. Good play the ball though. Samaima Taufa going here to Curtin. Throws a dummy for the line. Can she get there? She does.
Yeah. No, it was...
Try awarded. The Eels do strike back.
Well, Curtin had to score that one, Salty, because I think there were about 2 or 3 Eels players on the right side that would free. We'll see this on the Harvey Norman replay. She shows it out wide, takes off. You can see the defensive line, how short they are here for the Titans. She throws that dummy, steps off the right foot on the inside shoulder of Kimi Oranati. There were so many players outside of her, but she showed good strength to get over and get the ball down. No, she had eyes for the try line once she threw that dummy, didn't she, Freddie?
She had to. She had
to.
She had to score. There was 4 Parramatta women, all with their arms in the air, screaming out on the right. No one in front of them. Showed good strength, dragging a few Titans players over, and somehow just got a body in a position to put the ball over the line. Nice eyes, looked out to the right. All the defenders sliding off. Took on the fullback. I thought they were underneath them. Is that Steph Hancock?
Tassie Gray, I think
Tassie Gray. And just reached out. That was a great try.
Oh, yeah.
Good try to score on debut. Emily Curtin. And here's Maddie Studden to put the Eels in front. And has missed it. So we're still locked up at 14 all. 14 points all. Now coming up after NRLW, the Eels taking on the Titans from here at Paradise Combank Stadium, live from 3:30 on your home of Rugby League 9's Wide World of Sports. There's the Eels and now the Titans. Both teams getting ready to kick off their 2022 NRL campaigns.
Interesting, Alexander Brimson. A bit of a question mark over whether he's playing.
Stay on side.
It was funny, they were all playing games as I got down there. I was looking at the coach and
Come on, when you're ready.
all trying to, all funny buggers, you know. I looked at Alexander, I went over and shook his hand. I said, "You playing?" He goes, and he just ran away from me.
The hard hitting.
Yeah. Well, I let him off first round.
Well, what would you have done if it was later in the season? Anything different?
Well, I don't mind burning me bridge later in the year. I don't want to burn it first round.
Fair enough.
Build up your brownie points before you can blow them all away.
All the way, Brittany. Wait. Go. 3.
Curtin, the try scorer, goes to Johnston.
Georgia, move. Kimmy. Wait.
Maunsell had come in a long way off a wing. If she had got a tip on there was plenty of space.
Brittany off the ball, last. Bring it on to me.
There's Hanisi
Oh.
back on the field, playing it on the last. Go to Curtin for a kick. Not a bad one either. On the bounce to Politi, who had to wait for it. Now she looks to escape the clutches of a couple of defenders. Oh, what a good player Avantia Politi is.
Well, you know a lot of these girls.
Wait, Charlie. Go.
Like Avantia, what is the big difference between Union or Sevens and League?
Well, Sevens, obviously, there's a lot of open space. We see there's some concern here for Maunsell.
Let's see how she lands.
Hopefully she's all right. She's with the trainer. There's a lot of space in Sevens, so they're really good at identifying when they get a little bit of a gap. And their passing game, because there is so much space, this is why Vanny gets such a great long spiral pass, because she has that skill. She's been playing it for so long. We're watching here that contact. Oh, that looked heavy.
Oh, have a look at her head when she hits the ground here. The teenager on debut, Hayley J. Maunsell.
Oh, she's up.
I think
Jeez, she's bounced up well.
everyone gets winded in the first couple of games. And
Yeah.
That's a heavy.
Time on hold. Go. 2.
Here's Kimmy Brayley-Nardi. Nothing between these teams. 14 all.
Stand up, square.
We had a thriller to open the day. The Broncos just getting over the top of the Dragons. Tasman Gray. Tiana Rafstrand-Smith trying to put on some footwork and loses the ball. But it was a strip. Casey Badger with the call.
Strip.
The sideline touchy was right on the spot there. I think she got the tip up from him.
Yeah, I think Daniels had a hand in there. It looked like poor control to me. She had a hand in, and as she was moving it out,
Rolls out.
it just rolls out. That was a bit of a tough call, I think, to the Eels.
Off for the kick.
Good field position here for the Gold Coast as they try to reclaim the lead. Tasman Gray, hasn't she been impressive this second half? Good, strong run.
Hold.
21 metres away.
Shirley square. Hold here on
Brittany
the line.
Brayley-Nardi
Wait,
going to
go.
dummy half. Drifts across fields. Grace Griffin. Here's Politi. Look out. Puts on a step. Good tackle.
Stand up now.
Crunched.
Wait on your
Devania
line. Wait,
Politi.
Kennedy. Ellie, wait, go. 2.
Now Grace Griffin goes to Georgia Hale. Inside pass and well read again by
See your line.
the Eels defence.
Ellie, wait.
But the Titans are knocking on the door. Kimmy Brayley-Nardi goes to Tasman Gray. Bounces away from them. Is going to be stopped a metre short of the line. The call of held.
Go, 4.
Brittany Brayley-Nardi. Here's Kimmy Brayley-Nardi. Stopped just short of the line.
Hold your line.
Eels defence holding firm.
Go, last.
The skipper trying to put in a kick. It's off the legs of Ellie Johnston. Who gets it?
Stand up,
What a
square.
play from Ellie Johnston.
Done, Ellie. She's so tall too. That is a long way for her to get down from up there.
That was a great play.
Here's Navidi driven back.
You don't normally see big forwards doing a trap and scrap like that. She showed great skill.
I think a lot of us thought earlier on this afternoon we saw everyone, the best game in NRLW history. Well, this one's right up there as well.
Absolutely is. This has set up a huge day of football. 2 cracking games. We knew it was always going to be like this, though, Salts.
19 minutes remaining. Here's Jemima Taufa. How strong has she been? The skipper for the Eels. New South Wales, an Australian representative. The call of held came simultaneously with Taufa passing it, so they'll have to come back and play the ball.
Just heard the news, Alexander Brimson, 5'8" for the Titans, he's out. Will Smith moves into the starting lineup.
To play against his former club, and Karina Brown's knocked this on. Great kick into the Suns.
Oh, that was perfect.
She knew it immediately too. She knew it had touched the hands on the way through. I thought she did well to catch it on that half bounce, but Studden puts a lovely place kick directly into that sun. This afternoon sun is blazing down here at Parramatta.
Yep, there's the knock on. So Will Smith getting to play against his former club in round 1. Freddie this afternoon.
10 seconds, get
Yeah,
your head down.
I'm pretty sure he played in the first trial. They had their second trial called off, so their combinations will be a little bit raw, but early on in the season, if you can hold the ball and defend your line well, then you give yourself a good chance.
Wait, Tasman, all the way here. Hold.
Here's the Eels' opportunity to apply some pressure. Hanisi, 21 metres away from the line. Now Curtin, who's been terrific on debut. Here's Naividi. She's going to be stopped 10 metres away. Joseph Daniels to dummy half. Goes to Ellie Johnston. Angled run from Ellie. Good tackle though. Down low was Tiana Raftran-Smith. Now Maulangi. Goes to Jemima Taufa. Here's Maddie Studden. Bo Vetti-Welsh. Bo Vetti-Welsh puts the Eels in front. She is a terrific athlete. One of the best in NRLW. Great try.
Well, we've spoken about Bo Vetti-Welsh all day, and this is why. She's wonderful with ball in hand. Let's watch this on the Harvey Norman replay. Some great ball playing through the middle there by Jemima Taufa, and a lovely double block play out the back, and it just puts the Titans defenders in 2 minds because they pushed up a little far, and Bo comes back at them and splits them right down the middle. This is beautiful play. Show and go by Bo Vetti-Welsh. This is why she's the incumbent New South Wales fullback. She is a star.
Yeah, I think it was the space that hurt the Titans out on that left-hand side for Parramatta this time. Nice long passes. When the ball went out to Vetti-Welsh, there was about 20 metres with a 3-on-2, and the 2 Titans defenders just backed away. Didn't ball out in front, in 2 hands. Just teased with a little dummy, just opened the gap up. That's what you can do. Nice dry football, beautiful conditions, and lovely passing out in front, everyone going forward.
Now, Freddie, you spoke about how in the NRL we're seeing the forwards doing a lot more ball playing. That pass by Jemima Taufa to get out wide helps to create that bit of space because it draws the Titans defenders in, and she just executed it beautifully. Not only she's a workhorse, she's got the skills to boot.
Well, here's Maddie Studden. Was unlucky with her first couple of kicks, hitting the crossbar and the upright. Missed one from just off centre though before. This is a big kick to take it out to a 6-point lead for the home side. Strikes it well and just sneaks it through. So that was an important one there. The Eels out by 6. We're looking forward to the NRL game later on this afternoon. And Paul Gallen is with someone we were just talking about, Will Smith.
Well, Will, your first game for your new club is against your old club, the Parramatta Eels. You speak to any of the boys this week? Much banter going on?
A couple of little texts there from Reid Mahoney. I just told him to make sure he's got 2 headgears on today, so take him out.
Now, mate, when you were at Parramatta, you were Mr. Fix-It. You played it everywhere, all over the park. You've gone to the Gold Coast Titans. Are you looking to cement down a position or play wherever you're required?
I'd love to cement the 6th spot. If that doesn't come by, then I'm happy to do whatever the coach needs me to do.
Good luck for today.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks to Will Smith there and Paul Gallen. Coming up straight after the conclusion of this NRLW game It is the NRL with, yet again, the Eels taking on the Titans. And here is Steph Hancock about to take the kickoff here.
I was just about to say, Freddie, I'd like to direct your attention to the kickoff right now.
I actually ran into Steph in the tunnel, punts it nice and low, looking for an error.
Nearly got it too.
Nearly got. That's cruel, kicking to another front rower. That's not part of the code, Steph.
She's out of the front rowers union.
Wait, go, one.
The Eels leading by 6. 20 points to 14. With 15 minutes left. 9 short of halfway here. How will the Titans respond? Here's Kennedy Cherrington.
Great run.
That's a very good run, as you said, Freddie, right on the halfway line. Samaima Taufa now. She runs it hard and straight. Tackle there by Zara Canfield and Brittany Brayley-Nardi. Kick here from Curtin. Puts it high. Politi under no pressure. Takes it well. Immediately looks for a gap in the defensive line, but runs straight at Maulungi.
That's a really good set after points. Moved the ball to the left-hand side. Wasn't one out. Finished with a nice kick and chase. Titans tackle 3, just coming off their own 30.
And backing it up with some good defence too, Freddie.
Steph Hancock.
Here, wait again.
Plays at the Brittany Brayley-Nardi. Now they go into Eels territory. Another good run there. That's from Clark. And loses it though at the end. Just trying to do a little bit too much with it there, Laker Clark.
You play too quickly, and that's what causes the knock on. So that's on if you what you want to do with it.
Look, Casey, just teasing.
Challenge is over.
Do you want challenge?
Where do you want it? Sorry, I didn't. Yeah.
I was actually just going to give her a wrap. I thought she explained it really well. She's officiated this game really well this afternoon. There's been a couple of tense moments that she's been able to de-escalate really well, and we've seen some excellent footy off the back of it.
Here's Bovetti Welsh, isn't she, in a mood this afternoon? Wrapped up on this occasion. 5 metres into Eels Titans territory go the Eels. Now Cherrington. Now Lungy to dummy half. Taufa at first receiver. Doesn't pass it this time. Hadanisi on her outside. Takes the tackle. Now Curtin. Ellie Johnston. Well wrapped up that time. Steph Hancock in there. And unfortunate not to get a set restart there, the Eels. Meant to be a flop. Here's an easy. Good charge from her. 12 metres away from the line. Taufa. Now Studden. Bovetti Welsh gets a pass away. Penatani will be tackled. Changeover.
They showed nice patience there, the Parramatta side. Couldn't really manifest a quick play of the ball. Just waited till the end. And finished with a, fifth tackle option only 5 metres out from the Titans. Is not a bad way to finish a set of 6.
Just to clarify as well, it would have been a penalty for the flop, not a set restart, because we don't have set restarts in the NRLW. Hayley J. Maunsell, the youngster. That's a good run.
Bring it to me. Bring it to me. Hold. Go.
Brittany Brayley-Nardi goes to Laker Clark. Good run from her again.
Kennedy release. Here. Wait.
This time gets to her feet and plays the ball properly. Grace Griffin to Gray. Oh, where'd that one go?
I think she lost her compass there.
Yeah. Everyone's stopped, probably in a state of shock.
All the way to me, Brittany. Wait. Go. 0.
Trying to offload in traffic.
I think that might be Maima Taufa still on the ground over there, receiving a little bit of attention from the trainer. She was involved in that big hit on Tasman Gray that forced the turnover as Tiana Penatani just surges forward.
All the way, Grace. Step. Go. 2. Go, 10, Brittany. Yeah.
Maddie Studden goes to Cherrington. 32 metres away from the line here, the Eels leading by 6. Curtin drifting, goes to Johnston. Ellie Johnston gets the legs pumping, is eventually brought down. Destiny Brill down low, took her legs out from under her. Maulungi, Studden, puts in a kick this time, will regather, gets the pass away. Oh, they couldn't finish it off.
20 metre.
Good play from the Eels halfback.
Great vision. She recognised that Politi was not back there. She was getting on her bike to scoot out. Picks it up and, oh, Pio almost. It was a great covering tackle from the outside in there.
Yeah,
Steph Hancock comes on with another good run.
She got the deflection off Tasman Gray. I thought she was going to take the fullback on herself. But nice vision, recognising the fullback was deep.
Tiana Raftren-Smith gets a pass away to Kimmy Brayley-Nardi, and the Titans halfback is tackled.
And lock in. Philomena all the way. Wait. Go. One.
Destiny Brill. Oh, good tackle. And loses it. That's a good shot.
Yes, sir.
She's got me in the middle. Clock is on.
I was watching Samaima as the trainer was attending to her before after the tackle on Tasman Gray. Well, it's not Samaima this time.
And it's Shirley Maulungi.
But she was just pushing the trainer away.
Maima will never come off.
Yeah,
she will never come off.
Go and see someone else.
Give me the magic spray, I'll be fine.
Tiana Penatani tries to break free. Good tackle from Karina Brown, but they went on. There's a flop and a penalty.
Yeah, the winger just found herself in front of Penatani then. There was a nice opportunity there. But Church had just got herself in front, which didn't allow her to pass the ball.
9 minutes remaining, and an important 9 minutes for both of these teams. They're 1 win and 1 loss, both of them, in this round 3 contest.
Stand up, Brittany.
Put yourself at least 1 foot into the semi-finals with a victory. Here's Curtin. Now Johnson, they've got numbers here. Daniels finds Navidi, who's going to be tackled. 11 metres away from the line. Daniels goes here to Curtin. Big opportunity this one. Kelly signs. 8 metres away. Still with plenty of tackles left in this set. Maddie Studden goes short. Oh, that's beautiful. Christian Pio with the try for the Eels. And they go further in front.
Well, yet again, the left edge for the Eels are absolutely singing. We've got to watch here on the Harvey Norman replay. I'm really enjoying seeing this working relationship between Maddie Studden and Christian Pio. Maddie goes into the line, identifies that Tasman Gray is just up a little bit, and the space that Pio identifies and comes back against the grain. A beautiful scything run to finish off. Showed great hands in traffic to come up with it. And the Eels over again.
Yeah, on the Harvey Norman replay, that's reward for effort. She's been running that line for Vetti Welsh out the back, and they've had a bit of luck with that play. This time you can see the Titans defence. We're looking at Vetti Welsh going around the back. Maddie Studden comes up with the right option. And Peel, beautiful line. She's been running it all afternoon. And it pays off this time.
Some running repairs to Maddie before she takes the kick.
Well, the clock hasn't been stopped, so I've got to say that's fairly high now. Casey's onto her.
Yeah.
Casey's onto her. You're not going to pull the wool over her eyes. But that's great reward.
Yeah.
She just ran that line the whole afternoon.
But she hasn't got bored with doing it either, Freddie. She's just continued. She knows that's her job. She knows that if she runs that, it'll either go out the back, someone will take the line on, or she'll get the ball. And she just persisted with it all afternoon. And that left edge really has been magnificent for the Eels.
You just see the experience, their timing. I think Maddie Studden's in total control there. You got Penny Tarney, also very experienced.
Here's Maddie Studden, 2 from 5 this afternoon.
This will take it to 2 converted tries.
Big kick.
7 minutes to go.
Massive kick. Moves in. And off the other upright. That's a hat trick for Maddie Studden.
Three for.
She hadn't hit the right upright, had
No,
she?
no, that was it.
No.
Left upright, right upright, and the crossbar this afternoon for Maddie Studden. There's the Titans rooms. The NRL action coming up later this afternoon, straight after we finish with our NRLW game. It's the Eels and the Titans to do battle again.
Stay on. Tori, move
Round
up.
1 NRL action.
No, move up.
We'll look at the Eels.
Stay on.
So the Eels have it. There's just under 7 minutes remaining. And here is our live ladder. The Broncos, Dragons out in front. The Eels and the Titans third and fourth. But as you can see, the Eels will go to 4 points if they close out the victory. Here's Taufa. Tackled there by Alliston.
Up, Brittany!
6 minutes left, 10-point margin. Pretty much got a score in this upcoming set. The Titans, that's a good kick from Maddie Studden. Away from the fullback. Karina Brown, in fact, gets it as she's tracking back.
They've been faultless in their sets of 6 after points, which can be a really tricky set.
Kennedy, move!
Now, the Tides would have been looking for some type of error, give themselves a chance. With 5.5 minutes to play. But very professional. Maddie Studden got the kick down the left-hand side. It's tough to play against. It's tough to get points against. And teams can do that.
Jimmy Nardi didn't get the initial angle on that kick that she wanted. It drifted towards the touchline, but there was no problem there for Bo Vetty Welsh. It was a kick from inside the 40. And Parramatta, with 5 minutes left, in control now.
Oh, with me on the right. Wait. Go, 1.
It's a terrific game.
2, thank you.
Well, if the Eels can get it to that potent left edge, there's only 4 defenders for the Titans.
Well, they go out that way. Here's Penatani.
Woo! Wait.
They go back towards the centre, off the ground.
Last tackle, Brittany. Bring it to me. Hold square.
Last play here for the Eels. Curtin drills that into the corner. That's an outstanding
14.
kick.
Georgia.
Reaches the goal line, and here's Politi. Thought about a pass. Tackled on their own 20. It's a good kick return in the end.
It was a great return, but a wonderful kick selection by Emily Curtin. On the left, you've got Maddie Studden putting it up in the air in the sun. Curtin on the right, keeping it on the ground, forcing them to scramble.
I reckon every time I've ever seen Karina Brown run the ball, she always puts her nose through the line.
Always.
To any young footy player, if you can just poke your nose through the line, just gives a bit of a quicker play of the ball. It's a great advantage to your team.
Natapuna, good run. It's been a long time off the field. Last play, and you think last chance here for the Titans. It's with Griffin. Puts it high. That's a good take. Abby Church.
Keep coming, keep coming. You're all right, go there.
It's been terrific this afternoon. Abby Church, and that's a good run there from Penatani.
As has Penatani.
That left edge.
Oh, yeah. And then Bo just takes it straight down that left side again. Starting to look a little fractured through the middle, the Titans.
Just lost their way in the last few minutes. The Eels really doing well, taking advantage of the ascendancy that they've had in this game. Under 3 minutes remaining. Maddie Studden kicking on the last. Wants Abby Church to come onto that one, but it was a good bounce in the end for Karina Brown. taken high.
She didn't get through that time.
Close pretty quickly.
I think there was
Her
a
head
four-
didn't. Her knees might have. She got
There was
coat
a-
hanging.
There was a forearm stopping it. There it is, yeah. No, you're not going to poke your nose through this time.
But you know the best thing about Karina as well? She'll take a big knock like that and she'll just come straight back and take another heavy run immediately afterwards. She doesn't back away. She doesn't shy away from the tough stuff.
Was it Karina that actually got up and rapped at the game in
Yes.
Newcastle?
Yes, it was.
What a
It was.
multi-talented... I remember sitting there watching her. She was fantastic. Pre-game entertainment as well.
Yep. Here's Tasman Gray playing it to Brittany Brayley-Nardi. Now Destiny Brill. And here's Natapuna, 20 metres away from the line. Under 2 minutes remaining. Kimmy Brayley-Nardi dummying. Here's Politi. Will do well to stay in the field of play here, and they're going to force her out. No, ball came loose, and the Eels have it anyway. That was good defence from Parramatta. They've scrambled well. Ovidi.
Well, that tackle took any chance of victory away from the Titans. With a minute to go, there's one thing they've done better. Oh, no, put the mop on them, bringing the ball out of trouble. It's like how they move the ball. It's not just one out. A bit of interchange of passing. Takes the defenders away. Get a quicker play of the ball.
Maddie Studden
Good
from
kick.
inside the 40. Downfield, but here come the chasers. Karina Brown just gets there, and Tiana Penatani gets her.
Stand up. To me. To me. Go, one.
Maddie Studden's grabbing at a right ankle.
And here goes Grace Griffin.
Move, Chris.
40 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Hold in the middle. Go, two.
Big victory here for the Eels. Oh, solid hit.
My Lungy again. She is ripping in this afternoon along with Taufa, coming up with some absolute bell ringers.
Tiana Raftran-Smith puts in a kick to Bovetti Wells. Beats one, beats another, tries to get through and is going to be stopped with 10 seconds remaining.
She's another one, Freddie, who every time runs the ball will either bend the line or make a half-line break. She has such great strength for such a slight player.
Last play of the game, Maddie Studden puts it into touch, and well done the Eels. Another terrific game of NRLW, and the home fans are cheering. Parramatta 24 have defeated the Titans 14.